Hey, what's up guys, welcome to my new video. And in this video I'm gonna show you how eco server works. So let's get started. So this is basically how it works. The client establishes a network with the establishes a connection with the server, and after establishing a connection it sends a message like, hey. The server then echoes that message and sends the same message to the client. It does this thing each and every time client sends the message to server. So finally client sends bye and the connection is terminated. So in this way the eco server works. Now let's see how the code looks like. So we are implementing a multi-threaded eco server. So this is just for a single client, so we are going to deal with multiple clients. This is the code for the server side. So let's start this from the main. So main class is here. So it is creating an object for server class, and it is calling a function called serve. So first it is creating an object. So if there is a constructor, it will be called from this. So luckily there is no constructor. Then directly it is calling the function called serve. It is getting into this in this function. Now there is the server socket is declared in the class, which we are gonna use in this code. So we are creating a server socket at port 8881. Now we have a server socket. Next we are initializing the value for k. This k will be for the number of clients connected to the server. So initially there is no client, so we are initialize it to 0. Next there is a while loop, and it is not a loop which is going to end. So it will continue, and it will accept connections. It will never end. So it is accepting connection. This line, it will accept the connection, and then it is creating an object for class thread, and it is passing the socket to that class, and that class is a class which is extended to thread class. So it will create a new thread each and every time new object is created, and this line t.start will invoke this run function. So when we will create an object, it will call the constructor, which is here, and it will initialize this socket to the passed socket which is being passed in this line. So each and every connection will have its own socket, and it will be passed to this constructor, and it will be initialized with the socket in this class. So after this it will call the flow will be on this line, and it will call t.start. So t.start will invoke this void run, and it will come to this line. Initially we have declared a string called get to y. Then we have a buffer reader to read the content of the socket, and it has input stream reader, and we are getting the input stream from the socket. So as dot get input stream. Next we have a print writer. So if you the server will write the same message which is coming from the client. So for that we need this print writer. We are getting output stream from the socket as well. Next we have a while loop, and this while loop will continue until the client sends bye. So it will read the content from the socket, and b1 is the buffer reader. So it is going to read the line from the buffer. Then it is comparing it with bye, and if it is if the line matches with bye, then it will break this while loop. Next, if it is not, then it will print the same message which is been passed by the client. So it will print that, and it will count. So I is initialized to 0 initially. Where it is? Oh, it is I think I just missed that, but it should be initialized to 0, so I will initialize it here. Yes, and it will count the number of messages which will be there, and as soon as this while loop breaks, the value for k is decremented. So if one client is connected and that client sends the message by, so initially k's value will be 1, then it will decrement to 0. So similarly, if there are 5 clients and if one of them is disconnecting the connection, then value of k will be decremented to 4. So for that purpose we are decrementing the value of k as k minus minus. So then we have to display the message, the client count, the client has count I, so I will be the number of messages which clients send to the server, and the number of connected clients. So this is the this is for the server side, and now let's check for the client side. So for the client side, we are just creating a socket, and we are creating this scanner for taking input from the user. Next, we have created a socket at this IP address. You can give any IP address for this. Next, the port number, which is 8881. And again, we have created buffer reader and print writer to get the data from the server and to send data to the server. Next, we are displaying this message, welcome to Eco Server, then this arrow, and there is a do while loop. So in this do while loop, we are getting the string from the user. Next, we are sending this string to the server. Then the server is returning the same message. That message we are reading in this line. So br.read line. So br is the buffer, and we are reading a line from it. Next, again we are displaying this arrow, and it is comparing that message with the buy. So if user enters like buy, so it will terminate this do while loop. Then so that's it. Now I'm going to show you how this works. So I will run the server in this Eclipse terminal. Now the server is running. Now I have copy pasted that client code in home directory, so I will directly run that. Now it is running. So hey, so got hey. Next, so now let us create another client. Hey yo, and let us terminate the first thread. So bye. So it has. So there you are, the number of the client has count 3, so this client has count 3, and number of connected clients are 1, so this client is there, so that's why it is showing as 1. So let us terminate this as well. Now this is also having count as 3, so 1, 2 and 3, and number of clients are 0. So this is how it works. Thanks for watching guys, and do subscribe.